Today is May 1st, and it is
Day
11 of our Transatlantic. Hello, everybody. Joyce here with the Traveling Gamblers, and I am here with John. Hello, John.
Hello, Joyce.
Today we're in Gibraltar,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a compilation video of all the sea days that we've had, which were 7, since we left Bermuda on April 23rd.
That was a long trip.
It was.
Yes.
So we're going to give a rundown, just a quick, brief synopsis each day of what we did, and we'll insert some pictures. So we'll just, as we talk about it, when I edit to put the B-roll in, I'll just put them in video clips and pictures over top of what we're talking about. And first, John wants to talk about something specific to our YouTube channel.
Yes, I want to thank the new patron, Jennifer. Thank you. We really appreciate you becoming a patron.
Yes.
Yes.
We're really excited. Jennifer is our second patron at the higher level.
Yes.
And we really appreciate you, Jennifer. We appreciate your support. We appreciate all of you for watching, and Jennifer for going the extra step and supporting us in an additional way. And if any of you would like to also join the Patreon family for the Traveling Gamblers, the link is below in the description under this video. You just click on it and it'll give you all the information that you need as to whether or not you'd like to join.
Yes.
Thank you again, Jennifer. And thank you to all of our patrons. And that brings us to April the 24th. And I have notes.
Yes, I'm going to need to read them also.
So, well, I think if you follow my lead.
I will follow your lead.
Okay.
I'll try to look at the dot, too.
There you go.
The dot.
So, Sunday, the 20th, we left Bermuda, and I couldn't tell you what we did that night. I know that we went to dinner, but I don't know what else we did. On Monday, April 21st, I'm sorry, April 24th. If this is the sign of what's to come,
First of all,
my.
We're exhausted because
we are
we've
exhausted.
Changed the clocks how many times?
6 times.
6 times. So
6 1 hour ahead.
In 7 days.
So right now, East Coast, it is 3 p.m. and it's 9 p.m. here. So we have had 6 23-hour days almost consecutively out of 9 days, because our first 1 hour ahead was the day before Bermuda.
Okay.
And then after Bermuda, we had 2 ahead, skipped a day, 1 ahead, skipped a day, 2 ahead, skipped a day, and here we are today. So we're really tired. So we're hoping over the next couple of days we adjust. I fully expect by the time this cruise is over and the next one starts, we should be fully adjusted. On April the 24th, we woke up and we went down to Cafe El Baccio, and we really just spent the day hanging out.
Right.
We played cards in the afternoon with Roy Tan, our new buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And we really enjoyed spending time with him, and he is smart and competitive and a pleasure to be with, and it was really fun. So we did that. Afterwards, we went to Blue for dinner. I don't know if I have any photos for Blue. I don't think I do for this day. And no, you know what, John? We couldn't have played cards with Roy that day because Roy's show was that night.
Okay, so I don't remember. Oh, you know what?
What?
We were working on the video. We needed to get that one video up on Blue.
Oh, my goodness.
Right?
So John and I sat here and made notes over what we did from the 24th till today. And we did our best by going through our phones and looking at photos and videos that we took for each day. we're off to a bang up start. So yes, so on the 24th, we worked in Cafe El Baccio most of the day,
and that's,
editing the videos.
And that's what happens when you have an
edited
unedited video.
Right, we edited, put the B-roll in, did everything that we needed to do for the
video for the dinner at Blue.
Yes, so for the last dinner that you saw. For the dinner at Blue and for Bermuda. Because Bermuda was the day before.
Yes.
April 23rd. So that's what we did. Because then we went to dinner at Blue and Roy had a show that night. So the shows have been shifted. Some of the Edge Class ships, the shows are at 7:30 and at 9:30 p.m. They show the same show twice every night. 7 o'clock seating on this ship. It's 7 and 9. And I think that's because of the 1 hour forward thing. We'll see what the next cruise is like.
Some 7:30. I don't know which is which.
And we opted to go to both. I think I yawned because I'm finally sitting and it's kind of the end of the day. So I apologize. We went to both. So Roy was supposed to have his standard show, which is called...
with the orchestra,
theme songs,
and
it's movies, it's
okay.
Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. It'll come to me what the name of his show is. Soundtracks.
Oh yeah, okay.
And he has this magnificent screen behind him with all of these graphics and the videos that he's put together that go with the show. Well, there were technical difficulties during his rehearsal
yes.
At 4 o'clock. They were having technical difficulties with the screen behind him, so they opted to change his show. So normally he does soundtracks in the evening, and then somewhere else in the show or somewhere else in the cruise, he does a matinee in the Grand Plaza. So he changed it up because there was no screen. They removed the full orchestra. It was just him on the stage, and it was just,
yes.
It was incredible. He's such a talent, and we just thoroughly enjoy his show every single time. John and I have seen his show so many times prior to getting to know him, and this cruise we've really gotten to know him, and I can feel comfortable in saying that he is our friend for sure. I have his phone number now, and he's a great guy. He's really great. Anyway, so we went to both shows, and after his second show, we actually stayed because Monique Marvez, another new friend of ours, did her late night stand-up. Oh my goodness.
I tell them real things. Well, one of them is innocent, the other one, who knows. But the younger one, the 21-year-old, let me tell you something about men. They're territorial. You know what I mean? They're territorial. If your body is a wonderland, they don't want to think a lot of people have had their passports stamped.
Her late night stand-up, all of her stand-up. She's so funny. She says she's salty.
Right. The crazy night. Oh, yeah, that was
really
crazy. She's so funny.
Yeah,
she's
really good. And that wasn't over until like 11 or something, and then we went to bed. And Friday we got up Friday morning and we had breakfast, and we ended up going into the casino. We decided that we were going to make that free play day.
Yes.
We were going to wait until tomorrow, which is the day after Gibraltar, and then we said, you know what?
Why wait?
The casino's really, really empty this cruise. It's really quiet. It's a little bit busier at night, but it's really quiet. We played in the casino. We turned our free play into a little more than 100%. And then we stayed and we played more, and we decided that our cutoff was going to be 3,000.
Right.
So we stopped at 3,000 and we left the casino that night. And we went to, yeah, that's
Right.
what we did. Yes,
Yeah,
because
we
we
went to
played in
bed.
the casino. Well, we went to cab and then we did some
Oh.
editing. We
Okay,
did some more editing.
Okay.
And
yeah, right.
then we went to the buffet for dinner, and
That's
we came in early that night, and we went to bed and we watched a movie. They have movies on demand, and we watched a movie. I couldn't tell you what we watched.
We were streaming the movies, streaming the show that we were watching.
Oh,
but
that's what we were watching. We were watching Tulsa King.
Right, but then it stopped letting us watch it because of geographical
Geolocation.
location. Yeah.
The geolocation.
Yeah.
So Netflix picked up on our location and the fact that we were no
It was
longer,
Paramount Plus.
or
also.
oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Paramount Plus, both
yeah.
of them.
Yeah,
Picked
both
up
of
that
them.
we are no longer in the United States, and so they're not letting us, because it's one per household, and they think maybe it's somebody else using it.
Mhm.
So we're now we're watching.
So if
streaming.
anybody had luck with a VPN, please give us some suggestions, because that's supposed to allow you to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next day was April 26th, and we had smoothies from Spa Cafe.
Yes, our new.
What's it called?
It's called a.
Energize?
No, revive.
Revive? Revive.
Banana.
Really good.
Peanut butter, flaxseed, coconut
Ice,
milk,
almond
milk.
Ice and a little bit of honey.
It's substituting for my cheese Danish. It's.
We spent the whole day hanging out at Cafe El Baccio. So now the captain was starting to tell us that we were going to have some rough seas ahead, that we were headed to a storm, that it was going to take place in 2 days. And so we were all a little apprehensive about that. But so far, so good. The seas were okay. That was my mom's 90th birthday. And I got to FaceTime with my sister and my mom. My mom lives with my sister. And it was really awesome to do that.
Yes.
It was very special for me, and I think for her as well. And we played cards and hung out with KK, Monique, Marvez, and Roy.
Right.
We played cards all day. Roy is getting better and better and better and beating us more and more and more. He has almost from day one. Then we went to Blue for dinner, and I think I have some pictures from Blue from dinner. And then we went to the early show to see Karen Granger.
Wow.
We've never seen her before.
She's so talented.
Yes. So Karen's show she is a female impressionist,
Right.
not a female impersonator. She doesn't impersonate a female. She is a female. She does impressions of female singers.
Right. Cher. Who else did she do? She really did a good Cher.
Celine Dion.
Mm-hmm.
Dolly Parton.
Yes.
You don't remember?
No, there's a bunch. I don't remember.
She was really good. She did Preacher's Son.
Right.
Can't think of her name. Anyway.
Someone will let us know.
Yeah.
Who sang that?
Yeah. But it was really impressive. And then, oh gosh, excuse me.
Lack of sleep.
She put on some wigs from time to time and give the impression of who she was.
And she looked like, what's her name that does that comedy show?
That does the comedy show.
Yeah, that not comedy show, but the comedy series with the red hair. Reba.
Oh,
yes.
she did an impression of Reba McEntire.
And she really looked
she
like
looked like her too. She really looked like Cher too when
yeah.
she did the facial
when
expressions
she does
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was very good, very entertaining.
Oh, my God.
I would absolutely go to her show again. Let's see. And then we went to play cards with Suzanne and Bob.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a lot of fun. And Suzanne and I each ordered, and I'm not sure if I'm going to say it right. I think it's a leche martini. And it was really good. Really, really good. Here's a picture of us toasting. Then we went to bed. Oh my gosh, we stayed down there and talked till 2 a.m. I don't know how we managed that.
Yeah, that's right. We did. That was in front of the bistro that night. And then after that, I think that was the last night we were able to play in front of the bistro because it's been so crowded down there.
Yeah, it has.
Even the cab has been crowded. It was hard to get our seats.
So I figured out why. I figured out why we haven't been able to get those seats.
Okay. Let me hear. Do tell.
So we used to sit kind of in the back of the theater on 4. And we started sitting all the way up in the front to be supportive of our friends and to sit with some other people that were sitting there. And so it's taking us longer to get out of the theater because we're all the way down near the stage. And because it's taking us longer to get out of the theater, all the people that were at the top of the theater or ahead of us are getting out before us, and they're getting to the tables before we are. That's why. Anyway, the next morning we slept in.
Yeah.
And we decided to do what differently that day?
I don't know.
What did we do differently?
Well, we got the smoothies. Oh, you were drawing. Didn't you do that Saturday?
Yeah, but what else did we do?
Oh, we did our walking on the track.
Yes.
Yes. Well, we started doing walking on the track at night.
At night, and then we
5 laps, and
Yes.
that was really good. But we did it during the daytime.
decided to do it twice a day.
Right. Well, that lasted all day.
Well, no, that's not
2
true.
days,
So we
2
walked inside.
That's true.
Well,
we
but
did.
then we were here. That's why we stopped.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
We did it for a few days.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, as John said, I made a conscious decision to not take out my computer that day, and I started to do some drawing, and I really, really enjoyed it. I haven't drawn in a very long time. Art was my minor in college, and I love to draw and paint, and I haven't done it in a long time. And my daughter gave me my daughter Christina gave me a beautiful art kit. She gave me, it's just great, and I'm utilizing it on this trip, and I'm really happy that I am.
And I was researching, trying to figure out to do that Just John again with the news thing, and I was researching the best way to do that, and I'm not sure when I'm going to pull the trigger on that, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And then that night, we went to our cabin and we got ready for dinner, because that night we went to dinner.
Was that Raw on 5?
Yes.
Okay.
And who did we go with?
I went with you, and you went with me. We went with Roy, we went with Monique, we went with KK.
Yes, we went with Roy, KK, and Monique,
Yes.
and the 5 of us had a really nice dinner together, and it was really nice. It was a really good opportunity for the 5 of us to just sit and really chat and get to know each other on a different level, and it was really, really good. And then after that, we went to
yes, we did Jesse Hamilton Jr.'s show.
Yes.
And we've seen him a bunch of times. This time, we never saw him with his, he calls them Jesse's Girls, the 3 backup singers. And it was a very good show.
Yeah.
There's a place for us, somewhere a place for us. Peace and light and open air wait for us somewhere.
Lot of energy.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
Yes.
A lot of energy.
Yeah. Very entertaining. Not only is he talented, very entertaining.
Yeah. We didn't get a chance to meet him personally yet, and I'm sure we will in the future.
Yeah.
'Cause,
And then after the show, we went back to Cafe El Baccio to play cards.
Oh.
And what else was happening?
Oh, the silent disco was going on. So someone picked up a bunch of headphones for us to listen to it.
Yeah.
Monique was really releasing a lot of energy. She was dancing away.
Yeah.
So,
And did you dance at all?
Sure,
I danced a little.
Sure, of course I did. No.
I danced a little, and we
Yes, you
sang and we
did.
listened
Yeah,
to them.
yes,
So
yes,
it was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And while we were doing kind of halfway between doing the silent disco,
We were playing 5 crowns that night.
That's right.
Yeah, 5 crowns. Because we didn't teach Bob and Suzanne how to play.
Right.
How to play.
Suzanne watched, I think. She didn't play.
No, 5 crowns she played. It wasn't
That night?
Yeah, because she definitely played 5 crowns. It was just the Shanghai that one day she didn't play. She was watching when we were teaching.
Right. I
Bob.
know that she played when it was just the 4 of us.
Right.
But I think that night when we were playing with Roy, I don't think she played. I think she just observed.
Okay.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't think she played. There
But,
wasn't 5 of us playing.
No. And when we finally taught Bob how to play, he caught on really fast.
Bob's a card shark.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
He is.
he's
And it was
really
fun.
good at. He's
We're waiting
really,
to play again.
really good.
But he'll be on the next cruise.
Very
with us.
refreshing to play
Yes.
with people that catch on
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
And then we went to bed. It was like, I don't know, it was after midnight because the lights in Cafe El Baccio came up bright. And then the next day was the 28th. And we then had some stormy seas. It wasn't as bad as the captain had projected.
It was supposed to be like 18 feet. It was like 15, 16 feet or so.
Yeah, so it was more swells than it was waves. But I think the majority of the ship did really well.
Yeah.
Didn't affect us at all.
No.
We were fully prepared. We had ginger ale and green apples and ginger chews and everything that we needed just in case.
Didn't really need it.
Didn't really need it. And we hung out at Cafe El Baccio and all day. We played cards again.
Uh-huh.
And we went to Blue for dinner. And I know we have some pictures for dinner on what we had for dinner. And so we're going to go through that. And dinner was really good. I don't remember what we had, and maybe as I go through it, I'm pretty sure that was the night that we had the ossobuco.
Oh, right.
And it was more like a...
Chopped. It wasn't the typical one that we used to
Yeah,
have.
no, it was more like a braised rib. It was more shreddy.
Yeah.
And it was wrapped in something, like a prosciutto or something. And I had some kind of bean chowder, and it was really good. It was really good. I could have had that for my whole meal. The bean chowder. It was delicious. And then that night, so it was interesting. That night, I forget what show it was supposed to be, but I think that was originally supposed to be either Jesse's show or Roy's second show. I don't remember, but because the seas were expected to be pretty rough, and they were, the ship was definitely rocky, more rocky than typical. They decided to move the shows around because it's not really something. Can't have aerialists and the dancers on a rocky stage, and you can't have musicians and a lot of
the piano.
stuff.
You couldn't have the piano either.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
So what did they do?
That was Monique.
Monique
right?
did another show.
Oh my goodness.
And so she'd gotten to know us a little bit at this point.
Yeah.
And
so she had a few things to say about us.
We
in the
were
show.
included in her show a little bit.
Right.
It was, I felt honored, to be honest. And
She
she's
did make fun of us. Yes.
funny. If you have not seen her and you're on a celebrity ship, she is hysterical. Monique Marvez.
Better yet, you could see some of her stuff on our Instagram
She
and
is,
on Facebook.
Yep, and she is
She's really
Monique
flying.
Marvez across social media. At Monique Marvez. You can find her on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook,
TikTok,
and
maybe?
TikTok, I think.
TikTok
Yeah.
too, I think.
Yeah, she's
Just check her out. She's
very,
really
very talented. She's so witty and so quick.
her delivery is
Impressive.
unreal. And she's not dirty. She's not filthy.
She's spicy or
yes,
saucy.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was fantastic. So she did 2 shows that night as well. And so they shifted some things. And then that brought us to the 29th. And we woke up in the morning, we had a smoothie.
Yes, smoothie and cab. Okay, so what we do is we're in cab, and around noontime, I'll go up to get a smoothie for Joyce and myself, and bring it down, and that would be our lunch.
Yeah.
You know,
So the Spa Cafe
is up on deck 14 forward.
Where is it?
Where the solarium is.
Right.
And they have some really good healthy choices up there. They have a really good chicken salad, a tuna salad, you know, without the bread. It's just.
But they also have some really cool breakfast stuff too.
They do.
So they're open, I want to say like 7:30.
Yeah.
To like 11.
Right. And they close for an hour.
And then they close for an hour and they switch everything over to the lunch thing. So that's why John waits until noon. So sometimes we have it for breakfast and sometimes we have it for lunch. But this day we had it for lunch. And I did some drawing again. John was working on some stuff for the computer. And then they had a matinee show.
What was the matinee show? Oh, the Crew Talent Show. Yes, that was at 2.
So it was the Crew has a talent show, but they do that amongst themselves. And then they had this afternoon show where it was the top 4 finalists. And oh my gosh, I am so sorry. It was the top 4 finalists. So each one of them performed and I was blown away.
Yeah, they were really good. They were
Each and
excellent.
every
from
one of
different
them.
departments. One was from housekeeping. One was from the
She did all the technical. She did all the technical, like the
behind the scenes things.
Yeah, all of the location technical stuff.
One was from the cafe. From the rooftop. Not the rooftop. The ocean.
Spa.
Ocean View Cafe. The one of the people that clean up the dishes and things. The guy that did the thing with his mouth.
Oh, did beatboxing.
Beatboxing.
It was really really good. It was really good. Yeah. So then they had Roy do like a 10-minute thing and.
Yeah, that's when he did the Impossible Dream.
Yes.
Impossible dream. Yes, and
And then they also had
Jesse do a couple of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Roy and Jesse did one song together.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. Ordinary People. Roy started it. Jesse came out. They did a little in the middle together, and then Jesse finished it, and it was really beautiful. I actually have a clip of that, and I think maybe I will put that in here. So it's not going to be a voiceover, but because I want you to actually hear them. And here's a clip of that.
Take it slow, take it slow.
And then, what did we do that night?
Did we go back in the casino? No. No.
Oh, here. We went to Blue for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And then after dinner, we went to...
Oh, Claire Maiden, who's the, she plays the piano and she sings, and she, another
really
great talent.
And beautiful.
ships when her daughter is off from school.
Right.
So her daughter will come on. She said she's not going to do any contracts without her daughter there. And her husband is the hotel director also on this particular ship. But
Right. He's
right.
currently
Right.
the hotel director of the Ascent. He is a hotel director for Celebrity.
Right.
And then she brought her daughter out on stage at the end.
Mhm.
And it was really sweet. She said that she loves her career and she loves singing and playing the piano, but she will always be a mum first. I love it. She's from the UK, so they say mum instead of, she said mummy instead of mom. And then after Claire's show.
Oh, was that the Liars Club?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
If you haven't seen the Liars Club, you should
I think we have a video
totally see it.
of one from the Ascent from the
Maiden
Voyage. And yeah, it's really funny.
So I have a couple clips here. I don't know that I'm gonna put the clips in with the actual
No, because it's kind of
so I'm just gonna show them as a silently over it. But it was Costa.
who's
Costantino, I believe his full name.
Executive chef.
And
He's
then
the top chef.
yeah, of this ship.
Yeah, Luigi, which is the cruise director. He's very funny. Captain Tassos. So he's the captain of the ship.
And it happened to be his birthday.
Oh, that's right.
The day of that. So we all sang happy birthday to him. And they brought him a little cupcake.
Yeah, baby.
It was also the same day as my sister's birthday.
Yeah.
So April 29th, that was.
Monique. Oh boy, Monique was on the panel.
Monique was
too.
the fourth one on the
yes.
panel, and it was hysterical.
Yeah.
It was hysterical.
She came out with something.
John and I have gone to so many shows this cruise, and it has been fantastic. We loved it. It's really been great. And then the next day we went straight to bed because that wasn't over until almost midnight. It was late.
Yeah, it was late. And then we went. Right. Yeah.
Afterwards,
No. Actually,
we went to Cafe Obaccio.
Hung out for a little bit.
Yeah, but we were exhausted.
Yeah.
And we went to Cafe Obaccio and we had some tea or something.
With Monique, KK, and
Yeah.
Roy for a little while.
Yeah.
Everybody was tired.
Yeah. And then the 30th, which was yesterday, we woke up in the morning and you got the smoothies for us for breakfast yesterday.
Yes, I did.
And we went over and I was doing some more drawing, which I absolutely loved. There's not enough time for it. There's not enough time for everything.
In the crow's nest.
And we sat in the crow's nest. So for those of you that are unfamiliar or don't know that that's what we call it, on the Beyond and the Ascent. Go ahead.
In front of La Voyage, which is between the bistro and cab. It's above the martini bar.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little area that has about 6 different seats in there. And we just grabbed a little table over there and you were doing your thing. I went up to get the smoothies and eventually, Bob came by for a little while, right? And then Roy came down and we started playing
Cards.
the new version or newer version.
The more advanced version.
Right, the one that
of Shanghai.
that Sean and Rhonda taught us.
KK came and visited with us for a little bit, and then she left and went to the spa.
Right. And I think Monique came down for a little while.
Monique came down and sat with us for a couple of hours.
Right.
And we decided that we were going to go to the buffet for dinner.
Right.
And then we were going to do an early bed.
Yeah, we were exhausted. We wanted to...
Did we do that?
No, because on the way, there was this thing popped in front of us. A bunch of machines with lights on it and things.
We ended up going to the casino again. And we played in the casino until like midnight.
Right.
And we came up to the cabin and we still hadn't eaten dinner.
Right.
And all we had all the day was the smoothie. So we went and we ordered room service.
But there was an incident that really got me upset.
Got us both upset.
Yeah, in the casino. So we're playing, and one of our friends, all the crew members are our friends, and some guest was really yelling at him and cursing at him.
Yeah, so don't mention his name, but
no.
So it's one of the attendants in the casino, and this guest asked for some assistance in cashing out and said that they hadn't played. They were right behind us, literally right behind us. And it caught our attention because this guest was yelling and profanity and really rough stuff. And John said,
"Hey,
stop that." And I said, "John, you can't. It seemed like the guy was drunk. And I said, if he punches you in the face, or injures you, or
blood thinners I'm on,
or
probably
he gets involved in an altercation with this guy, and then he ends up getting in trouble too. I said, absolutely, I love that you want to defend him, and it's not okay.
Because the crew member can't say anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, they can, but he ended up walking away, and the guy went after him and was yelling at him verbally and saying some really horrible things to him. So I turned around and I called the guy an asshole, and he just looked at me and walked away. And then I went up to the desk and I said something, and then John said something, and we talked to the casino manager, and then we talked to the person that it happened to. And when we spoke to them today, they did file a complaint against that passenger. So I'm sure that it's going to be dealt with. Because I said, if he's talking to you that way, he has talked to or will talk to other people that way. And that is not okay. I don't care if you're a crew member. I don't care who you are. The way this man was speaking, you don't speak to anybody that way.
Yeah. The wife wasn't happy.
No, she kept telling him to knock it off. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. So, unfortunate things happen occasionally, but it was sad for us. The crew member was fine.
The crew member was with the company for a really long time. He said it's the first time something like that ever happened to him.
Yeah, and he shrugged it off. He was good, but you shouldn't have to. Just because they're a crew member doesn't mean you get to abuse them. And then, so after we finished in the casino, we gave back a little bit of their money, but not too much. We're still quite a bit ahead. We came back up to the room. We ordered room service. I had a mixed green salad with grilled chicken and some spaghetti bolognese. I like the spaghetti bolognese, but it's not enough by itself because there's really no protein or very little protein. So I ate the whole salad, which was delicious, and then I had a little bit of spaghetti bolognese. And what'd you have?
I had some of the spaghetti bolognese. Again, I maybe ate half of it, and then I had the salmon platter, was good. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. That was, we went to sleep at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and we were up this morning. I was awake at 6. You were awake at 4?
4, something like 3 or 4.
And we got up this morning, and we were in Gibraltar. Yay! Put our feet on the ground. And we just finished recording the day in Gibraltar and what we did and how it was, and it was really good. And so look for that video as well. And that does it. That's our catch up. So that's our synopsis of the last 7 sea days. Tomorrow we are in Cartagena, and we will be doing another video for that. The day after that is another sea day. So we will be skipping a day there, and then we have another port day, and we'll talk about that one tomorrow in Cartagena.
I'm looking at,
And that does it for this catch-up video of our 7 days at sea on the Transatlantic. You know what to do. Hit the thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, hit subscribe below this video. Turn on that notification bell So you hit subscribe, then hit it again to turn on the bell so you get notified of any new videos that we post. And comment.
Let us know.
Share the video with anybody
how
that you
these
like.
unedited versions.
Well, they've already told us that they like
but not
those,
everybody watched the videos.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, let us know what you think.
Yeah.
But we did do.
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah,
We did. Everybody said that they love them, and that it's natural and it's us and it's unedited and that we're funny, which I don't.
No, I don't know.
I don't know about that, but we're so glad that you are enjoying them. We are enjoying it very, very much. It's kind of freeing to be able to just do this. And that does it for today. Thank you so much. We really, truly appreciate your support so, so much. And if you'd like to find out more about being a patron, just find the link right below and click on it. It'll give you more information. And as always, we hope you have a wonderful day.
Catch you on the next video.